Hello, welcome back. In previous videos, we were discussing about the concentration of solution, which can be represented in many manners. We discussed moles, we discussed molarity, and then I said that I'll be covering mole fraction in the next video. So, hi, I'm Dr. Neha Patni, and here I am with the next video based on mole fraction. Now, what do we understand by term mole? I hope you remember that one mole contains how many entities? 6.02 into 10 to the power 23, which you call it as Avogadro constant or number also. So it's just the quantification. How many moles are there? So that was we discussed, right? Now mole fraction means the ratio of number of moles of solute and the total number of moles of solute plus solvent. Now that we remember that solute and solvent gives you a solution, right? That is what you both mix them together and you will be getting a solution. So mole fraction is saying that if you want to know how much portion of the solute is there, then you just take out the moles of solute and divide by the total moles, solute plus solvent. Likewise, if you want to know the moles of solvent, I mean the mole fraction of the solvent, then moles of solvent divided by moles of solute plus moles of solvent, right? Very easy to understand. So if N represents the mole of solute, then you have to write N in the numerator, and capital N represents the number of moles of solvent. So you have to write capital N here. And likewise, if I want to know the mole fraction of solvent, then obviously I have to use capital N here and then small n and capital N. And needless to say that the mole fraction is unitless, and also if you plus them together, I mean if you add them together, the mole fraction of solute and solvent should be 1. Obviously, based on the equation, if you add them together, you'll be getting 1 for sure. Now, let us go ahead with the question. Now, calculate the mole fraction of HCl in a solution of HCl in water containing 36% of HCl by weight. Now, if I want to know the mole fraction of HCl, then I should know the moles of solute. I should know the moles of solvent. And that's how I'm going to get that, right? So, I have to calculate both the moles. So let's go ahead. If I say that like 36 gram of HCl and 64 grams of water, then you have to individually calculate number of moles of HCl, which is 36 gram divided by molecular weight. And that's very simple, right? This is what we have learned in the previous video, that if 36.5 gram of HCl is basically having 1 mole of HCl, so how many moles would be there in 36 grams? So that is unitary method, 1 by 36.5 into 36. That's what we did here. Similarly, number of moles of water. So if 18 grams of water is equal to 1 mole of water, then 64 grams of water will have how many moles? So 1 mole by 18 into 64 will give you 3.55. So now in order to find out the mole fraction, what will you do? You are able to get the moles done. You are able to get the moles of H2O and HCl both, right? Now what are you going to do? You're going to substitute it in this formula. So moles of HCl, that is 0.99, then divide by 3.55 plus 0.99. Please do calculations along with me. I'll be happy to hear in the comments that you are following and you're able to get the questions done. So this is 0.218. Very simple. Going ahead with the next question. Calculate the mole fraction of ethylene glycol in a solution containing 20% of ethylene glycol by mass. By mass. That means 20 gram of ethylene glycol and 80 gram of water. Now we are assuming, obviously we are assuming that we are having 100 gram of solution. We have to calculate the mole fraction. So we'll apply the same funda. We'll have to first find out the moles of solute, then the solution. Solvent plus solute gives you the solution. So let us go ahead with moles of ethylene glycol divided by the mass, you will get the mole. Then divided by the mass of H2O, you will get the moles. Now mole fraction of glycol would be moles of ethylene glycol divided by the sum of both. So 0.322 plus 4.44. Similarly for water, it would be 4.44 and plus this. And needless to forget that I've already gave that the mole fraction of solution would always be 1. So there is another way to find out the mole fraction. If I'm able to calculate the mole fraction of 1, which is solute, then subtracting it from 1 should give me the mole fraction of solvent, which is this. So this is correct, right? So this is how you can cross check your answers also, that moles of solute you have already calculated, moles of solvent you calculated, and then you can cross check also. Coming to molality, no, I guess that is okay for today. You are able to grasp the concept of mole fraction as of now, and I'll be taking the next, which is molality, in the next video, or maybe more than that, coming to normality also. As of now, I expect that you all are able to solve questions based on mole fraction. As far as today's video is concerned, please do let me know in the comment if you want to take any kind of help from me. Thank you for being here. Thank you.